You rolling?
Yes.
Okay, and...
Excellent. Welcome to Tinder Tales.
Welcome to Tender is the Night.
Correct. I'm drunk.
Okay.
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I will be eventually, but not yet. Welcome to Telling Tinder Tales from Edinburgh with me, Chris O'Neill.
And me, Thomasin Lockwood. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm well. I'm on antibiotics and I'm drinking at the same time. It's apparently not a good idea, but hey, fuck it. It's my attitude. And yes, Thomasin, have you been up to anything at the Fringe so far?
We had a great show last night, I thought. I loved it. You really rallied the troops. They started off a bit nervous, and by the end we got some great stories about people walking through snow to get to a date, people slipping on cucumbers.
Walking through snow in Iran under the Ayatollahs and ending up married. I mean, that's some story, isn't it? Really?
Right.
And they also were, of course, very frightened of me. I made them sit at the front, but that's just me. Thomasin, do you want to introduce our guest today?
Absolutely. I'm delighted to introduce Mari. Mari, how are you doing?
I'm really well. Thank you very much for having me.
Very good. Very much. So do you want to fill us in on who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff?
I absolutely can do, yes, because you have no idea who I am, and that's how it should be, really, I think. My name is Mari Voller. I'm an international comedian. I am based in Germany. I decided to move to Germany to do English comedy, which was a horrible career choice. In my defense, I went there to be the next great Wagnerian opera singer, and then found out that I'm actually really shit at opera. So obviously comedy was the next logical choice. That's how we do things. But I'm originally from Estonia, which is a country. A lot of people tell me, oh, sorry, actually in English it's pronounced Iceland. It's not. There was a guy at a tube station in London who was convinced that I have no idea where I'm actually from. That was beautiful. It wasn't a Tinder tale, but that was just a beautiful little late night encounter, I guess. Yeah.
Very good.
Wow. Well, that was... I'm already so excited to hear your tales. So
Thank you. They're not about Iceland. I'm really sorry.
Well, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Okay. So I don't have a Tinder tell, but it is an online dating situation, I would say. And I mean, I guess I'm showing my age a little bit. It's pre-dating apps, I think. So I had just moved to London. I was very fresh-faced, age 19. I want to say it was 2010. I want to say it's 2015, but it wasn't. It was 2010. Okay. I know everybody can do the maths now. It's really easy. But I had moved, and that was the sort of, I guess that was the sort of highlight of our social media was Facebook at the time. Facebook groups were somewhere where everybody went to and there was no oversight. So I guess it's a bit of a cautionary tale in that sense. And as a young woman, I joined so many of those groups because I wanted to meet new people. I had no idea what I was going to do. I knew absolutely nobody. I was in a big city. I mean, Estonia is a country of 1.3 million people. Okay, we are like 1/5 of London in an entire country. Okay, so I had never actually seen that many people in one place before, you know, and there were so many Facebook groups for young women who were in London, and very surprisingly there were so many men in those groups and so many of them reached out to me personally. I had never felt so desired in my life. And then I realized that actually, I mean, at 19, you know, I wasn't aware that this is really dodgy behavior. So my very first date from an online platform was from a Facebook group, and I met up with this Italian man whose name I can't remember. Let's call him Giovanni because that's the first Italian name that I can think of. We met up with Giovanni at like a weird pub somewhere in West London, and it was during a football game, which was, I mean, I don't do sports. I'm sorry. Like if you could see me, you understand. I don't do sports. It was Italia, like Italy. Italia? Don't speak Italian. It was Italy versus somebody else, and we went on this date, and I had never met a creepier man in my entire life. And I had, he wasn't predatory, he didn't read Run, but he read Incredibly Awkward, you know. And I spent an entire evening thinking, what the fuck am I doing here and how can I get home? And then Italy lost the match and I felt so happy. I felt so incredibly happy and I just couldn't hide it. And then I left. Yeah, he reached out to me a week later, and this is the sort of a people pleaser that I am. I couldn't just tell him, sorry, I don't want to see you again. I didn't know how to turn somebody down because I had only met people in real life up until that point. So I just told him that my really jealous Russian boyfriend was moving to London to be with me. And that was the end of the story. He said, good luck.
That is amazing. I'm going to use that as an excuse next time.
Do it.
My
Yes.
Russian boyfriend is coming over.
Yes, he has to be jealous. He has to be incredible. Yes, and a former pro wrestler, for example.
Yes.
Yeah. Make it don't have to make it believable. You have to make it scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, my first question is why was he so creepy?
Well, I actually can't remember. No. So I mean, he was on paper, like if you wrote it down, like he was tall and he was like well built. I remember that he had these glasses that made his eyes look like 6 times bigger. So it was like speaking to a slightly scary looking bug. Like from the angle that I was sitting at, and I found it so like it just threw me, you know.
Well, that's not his fault, though.
It's completely not his fault. It absolutely isn't. And I feel really, like, even in the moment at 19, I felt really bad that I was, judging him. But at the same time, I couldn't remain in eye contact with him. I just really couldn't.
I have to say, the thing that strikes me as weird is that an Italian football fan, and presumably he was a football fan, invited somebody who probably wasn't interested, might not be interested in football, to a football match involving Italy. That seems to me, that's the reason I would say he had no judgment, because obviously he was going to be focused on the match.
True.
Stupid and silly idea to invite someone to a match where you're just going to be here. I find it odd.
Yeah, true.
I think he must have been very socially awkward or something.
I think he probably was. I mean, it's a stupid idea to infiltrate a women's Facebook group for dates to begin with, let's be honest,
That is creepy.
That is actually creepy. Yeah, I think that, moderation hadn't been invented yet on Facebook at that point.
All right, that's an excellent story. Thompson, do you want to find out what this woman is up to?
Yes, I will. Mari, why don't you tell us what you're up to?
Well, do you want my entire schedule? No, obviously I'm here at Fringe. I have 3 shows at Fringe, which means that I am already tired, but it's going incredibly well. I have a show every morning at 11:35 a.m. at the City Cafe called 50 Ways to Succeed at a Pointless Job. Yes, it's a fake corporate workshop for anybody who wants to feel like they are winning capitalism.
That's a great idea.
I think so too. We're having so much fun. We have lanyards, we have clipboards. I have never felt more excited and successful in my life.
A lanyard will do that.
A lanyard will totally do that. And if you wear 2, the world is your oyster.
They jangle as you walk.
I know.
Yeah.
It's boss babe energy, it really is. Yeah.
Do you want to plug the other two?
Yes, and then we have a crowdwork comedy show called Common Ground, which is every night at 8 p.m. It's a crowdwork comedy show that's very upbeat, and our aim is to find out as many random and silly connections that people have. So we're trying to find the smallest common denominator with our audiences every single night. And then at 10:15 p.m., because who needs sleep, we have a compilation show called 100% Continental. We came to Scotland, so we were like, there has to be a cunt in the name. Also, we are all women with immigration backgrounds. So women and genderqueer people with experiences with immigration are on stage.
Fantastic.
That sounds impressive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to I will go to the Continental.
Sure. I feel like you would be our crowd. Yeah.
And I'm going to take that quickly and as a compliment.
Absolutely.
I think I'm not going to even pause to consider that and think the better of it. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your time. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Well, thanks to everybody coming to Edinburgh to see shows. It's really expensive, but, it's really, really nice to have people come out. So whoever can, even if it's just for a day, do it. It's totally worth it.
Very good.
Absolute pleasure having you on, Mari. One show that I would like to plug actually is from Rabiah Koon. Now, some of you might remember her from our episode 3, where a man gave her some very invasive, very bizarre health advice on the date. Check it out if you haven't heard it yet. But her show on at Edinburgh Fringe is called Asian American Cultural Confusion. It's on from the 18th of August to the 22nd at 11:15 a.m. At Bar 50 in the Garden Room. Check it out. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mari.
Thank you very much. It's been fun. Thank you, Mari.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Telling Tinder Tales is hosted and produced by me, Chris O'Neill, and Thomas and Lockwood. Produced and edited by Lucy Regan, with music by Kinkas Moreira. It's a Jesters Comedy Dublin production and is no way affiliated with or endorsed by Tinder. If you have a story to tell, please get in touch. Details are in the show notes. And if you like us, instead of swiping right, follow us on Instagram and or TikTok at Telling Tinder Tales.